I'm talking today with Larry Rice from Rice Consulting, and asked Larry to come in because he and I had a conversation about a month ago where he shared with me something I thought was really, really powerful. We were talking about the lifetime value of a customer. So maybe just in a nutshell, kind of walk me back through that,
Sure,
if you would.
So the lifetime value of a customer is basically a very simple measurement, and what you're saying is you're putting a dollar value to, if you looked at your customer base and you tried to look at a typical one, throw out the little ones, throw out the big ones, and just said, if I had an average customer, over the lifetime that I work with that customer, I serve that customer, I sell product to that customer, how much, you can do it a couple different ways, but how much in sales do I make from them on average, on an average customer? Okay. Or how much profit do I make on an average customer if you can measure that?
Yep.
And the idea of that measurement is to say, realistically, this is a dollar value. If I bring a new customer into my business, this is what I can expect in revenue on average from that customer, which makes it a very powerful measure.
All right, so help me, let's just put it into my world over here. So,
sure.
I work with clients. I do, I make money a couple different ways. One is through consulting. Mm-hmm. One is through building websites. One is through copywriting, whatever. So I've got kind of a wide range of income that I make from a certain customer. Varies from customer to customer.
Sure.
So help me kind of walk me through, how am I going to determine kind of like what my average value is?
Well, I'll give you the bean counter way of doing it, which might...
You're a bean counter, right?
Although
your website says what, rice count? No, something about
rice and bean counting.
Rice and bean counting. Yes. Love it.
Anyway, so in the context of a business like yours, you would want to maybe look at your business records to see, okay, you look at your variety of clients, mm-hmm. and you try to, some people have this in their records where they'll say they began with me on this date or whatever. If you can't do that, that's fine. Try to estimate. So you say, okay, customer A has been with me 3 years. Mm-hmm. Customer B is 5. Customer C is 1. So you try to add those all up and maybe just come up with an average lifetime. So you can say, okay, the average of the years is, let's say it's 3 in your case.
Okay.
And then I would look at them in terms of annual revenue.
Right.
And you would say, okay, I've got 52 customers, mm-hmm. and my annual revenue is $52,000 to make it simple. Mm-hmm. You would say my average annual value of a customer would be $1,000 in sales or revenue to that customer.
Gotcha.
So if you know that your average annual revenue is $1,000, mm-hmm. and you know that you keep them on average 2.5 years, you know that an average new customer for you is worth $2,500. Gotcha. So the lifetime value of a customer in your case is $2,500. So you can look at it from your book's perspective, very simple, just by kind of looking at your revenue and your total customer base. In simple accounting books, a lot of small businesses do QuickBooks and other versions of that. Usually they're very effective in being able to do that measure for you.
Okay.
In other words, they can often tell you when that customer was added. They can certainly give you historical revenue on that customer. And you can do a very simple calculation of what the number is.
That's cool.
Yeah.
You know I use that wacky accounting, so that doesn't count.
It's okay.
I'm an artist. I'm an artist. Tell me, okay, we just talked about it a minute ago briefly, but what does this lifetime value thing do for me as a business person? How does it help me strategically? Okay,
strategically, I think its probably greatest value is in terms of your sales and marketing efforts.
Okay.
So I think a lot of small business owners don't really have a grasp on what that number is. And I think what they're going to find, I probably didn't fairly do the number with regards to you, because I think what you would find in your particular case and many small business owners is that number's a lot bigger than that number. Just recently I did it for a person who does landscaping, mowing lawns. Mm-hmm. And we took out, some of the bigger commercial customers, some of the smaller just lawn mowings, and we came up with his customer lifetime value of $35,000.
Wow.
$35,000. So if armed with that information in a sales and marketing effort, you say, wow, if I just have to acquire one customer with a given aggressive marketing or strategic move, is it worth it to me? And chances are, if it's something that really requires a significant investment of time and effort, if you can see that is a likely outcome, you're looking at $35,000 of business that's going to at least come from just one.
Right.
So hopefully in the small business world, it helps business owners make better decisions about their marketing efforts because they can see what the immediate return is on that. And so for things which often the best marketing efforts require some investment,
Right.
but if you have a real strong feel about the probability, and I'll just give you a real simple, straightforward one. Let's say you were to, if it was ethically okay in your business, in mine, as an accountant, I'm very limited in what I'll suggest. Well, let's say you pay what's called a bird dog fee to somebody.
Okay.
They find you business and you give them a check.
Right.
So if this is a business where it's ethically okay to do it, and you know somebody has a very good likelihood to get you a new customer, what would you be willing to pay that person for the customer? Now, if you said, I'll give you $100 for every customer you bring in the door, they may think of that as being a decent amount of money. But what if you said, I'll give you $1,000 for every person you bring in the door because I know I'm getting $35,000.
Yeah.
How hard do you think that person will work for the $1,000? Now, this saves you hiring a sales staff or other things, but that might be an effective tool for you to bring new customers in because people are very incentivized to bring a customer to your doorstep.
That's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. Wow.